In March of 1922, in the quiet Bavarian countryside of Germany, stood a lonely farmstead called A Hinterkaifeck. It was home to the Gruber family. Remote, surrounded by woods and fields, it seemed peaceful. But it would soon become the site of one of Europe's most chilling unsolved crimes. Just days before the tragedy, the father, Andreas Gruber, noticed something deeply unsettling. Footprints in the snow led directly to the farmhouse, but none led away. At night, he swore he heard footsteps coming from the attic. The family brushed it off, but unease grew. Household items began disappearing. Doors seemed to unlock on their own. The family whispered that the farm didn't feel safe anymore. On March 31st, 1922, that fear became reality. One by one, each member of the household was lured into the barn. Andreas, his wife, Cecilia, their daughter Victoria, and her 2 young children. Each was brutally murdered with a mattock, a farming tool much like an axe. The final victim, the maid Maria, who had only just begun working there, was found inside the farmhouse. The youngest child, barely 2 years old, is believed to have lived for hours after the attack, crying helplessly before succumbing. And yet, the horror didn't end there. For days after the murders, neighbors reported seeing smoke rising from the chimney. The farm animals were fed, meals cooked, beds slept in. It was as though the killer had moved in, calmly living in the farmhouse alongside the corpses of the family. When the neighbors finally forced their way inside, what they found was nightmarish. The victims' bodies were covered with hay and sheets, as if the killer had wanted to hide them or claim them. Nothing was stolen, the doors were locked, and the killer had vanished. Investigators questioned dozens of suspects. Was it a bitter neighbor? A vengeful soldier returned from the war? A stranger hiding in the woods? Or someone closer to the family than anyone realized? No evidence was strong enough. No one was ever charged. Today, more than a century later, the